Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. One of the biggest problems of us human beings is really lack of knowledge and understanding of our own psyche. So in turn, we turn around against ourselves because we don't understand how we are put together and what is this psyche all about. And what is the role and ingredients or representations of thoughts? What is the production of brain? What is the role of the brain in manufacturing thoughts? And what is the relationship between thoughts and us, if any? And these are what makes us become really confused at times in life, to the point that we really don't understand what the essence of thoughts are, what do they represent when they show up in our brain, and makes us think that we don't exist, brain is us, instead of thinking that there is a me first, then there is brain, kidneys, liver, and all the other things that we need to survive is there. In other words, they're not individually us. The kidney is not me. I am me, and kidney is part of what I need in order to function when the kidney is healthy and functions properly. There is a me, and then there is a brain. Not that the brain and what it does, what it projects, and what it produces describes me. No, brain has a job, a mandate, a function, and its function is to create thoughts. Kidney filters my blood. My liver detoxifies my body. And everything else in my body is created for a certain reason and has a job to do. But when it comes to the brain, suddenly we say whatever it does is me. No, it's like saying because I poo-poo in the bathroom, then that's me. No, that's a production of my intestines and the rest of it, that's what it produces. That's a production of that part of the body. That doesn't mean that what it produces is me. There is a me, then there is that part of my body, and then there is production of it, which is poo-poo, because I ate and it turned it into energy, and some of it are residues. And same thing. There's a brain, and its job is to produce something. What it produces, just like what the other part produces, is not me. And we are here tonight to explore a little bit more on that and see if I can make you guys see the truth that you're not thoughts. Thoughts are not you. You're not the brain, and brain is not you. And of course, scientists have had presentations and research on that. One of the brilliant scientists that I enjoy his presentation is Dr. Schwartz, which in his presentation brings about the experiment of Dr. Grable and her student at the MIT, a certain experiment on rats and how the brain works and malfunctions and functions and so on, and how it's trained and how it's conditioned and so on. It's very interesting. And all these scientific facts and scientific researches helps us to understand more about our psyche. Now, in the other end of the research history about the psyche, there is a non-medical research which started hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And we of course know, and masters and scholars of hundreds of years ago have discussed and researched inwardly on the behavior of the psyche and how it moves and the movements of the psyche, and this business of understanding the relationship between thoughts and you brain and thoughts and you, if there is any, and what extent that relationship exists. And so I have covered many of these researchers, including my own humble research through the years. Well, I'm now 65 years old, so I must have gone through certain experiences and certain knowledge and training and research, which the combination of all these as perhaps going to be a good reference for you to do your own pondering inwardly and see if any of these make sense to you. So what I ask you is to inwardly, don't listen to what I say, inwardly see if you can experience what I'm trying to help you to explore. So as we said, one of the biggest problems in life is that human being has been trained in many different facets of life and understands that it is important to be trained in different expertise in different fields to learn and become an expert and at least have a better understanding of how that thing is functioning and why it functions the way it does and what is its relationship with you, and bring more clarity. But this hasn't been done for us since childhood about our psyche. We know nothing of it. We just go to school, learn math, and then think because we use our brain to do math, and math is important in every science, therefore the intelligence is where the brain is, because brain does math, so brain must be smart. No, brain is a thought manufacturing plant, and it uses all the ingredients, information, bits and pieces, all fragments that from all corner of the mediums outside, internet, movies, videos, books, publications, discussions, speeches, that found their way into our consciousness, and it's been recorded there, and the brain goes and finds those ingredients and makes thoughts. And just because it does that, that doesn't mean the production, the thought, has any relevance to you. It just means it's doing its thing. It's an assembly line that you put material in it, and it from the other end comes out some product. Now, what quality of the product, if it's useful or not, then there is a quality control guy, checks and says, oh, that doesn't meet the requirements and qualifications, so rejects it. Or that's a useless product right now, it's the way it's been made, it's malfunctioning, or it needs to be rejected. But we don't have any quality control department when the thought shows up. Whatever shows up, we say, oh, it must have credibility, it must represent smarts or intelligence, because it comes from the brain, and brain does math. Who gives a shit? Brain is just another apparatus, like your butt. It does what it's supposed to do, and you don't turn around and say, what my butt produces is me, therefore what brain produces is not you either. You decide what's useful, what's not useful, what's worth pondering on, what needs to be just ignored, and focus on your life. Bring the balance to yourself. All right, let's stop here, and part 2 we'll discuss what I wanted to discuss, which I got all going on different tangents. I'll talk to you soon.